Regular business.
So moved.
Got a motion, Commissioner
Second.
Henderson, have a second. Commissioner DeGroot, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, carries. Number 8 is a public hearing. There is none. Number 9 is public session from the floor. This public session for those wishing to make a comment of 3 minutes or less regarding an agenda item. Please line up at the microphone, state your name, municipality, and agenda topic for the record. Motion to open the floor for public comment.
So moved.
Commissioner DeGroot, have a second.
Second?
Deputy Director Space, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, carries. Floor is open. Agenda topics.
Christina, do we have the timer? Okay. Just as a chart.
I just had
I
a
know.
question about 15M. Invites. What that is?
This is a, you want me to answer that? It's opioid settlement.
Yeah, please.
The county is entering into another opium settlement, litigation. When we talk about opium settlement funds, they had a previous opium settlement, which,
No.
and that's it, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. And, we're gonna participate on another legislative ability to go after some more manufacturers to get another settlement. So we're participating in that, and if we award it, we'll get more money for that, because of the opioid issue. So this allows us to enter into that lawsuit.
How much money have we gotten? Approximately.
Couldn't tell you that right now.
I can't tell you right off the top.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars. I think there's over $1 million in there right now, right?
It's hundreds of thousands, so it's a
Thank you.
decent amount that's going back into services.
Yes, thank you. Anyone else? No? Okay, motion to close the floor for public comment.
So moved?
Deputy Director
Second.
Space, moves. Commissioner DeGroot, seconds. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, abstains, carries. All right, number 10 is Commissioner comments. Commissioner Henderson, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to start on September 8th. I attended ShopRite Bag for Hunger event at Newton ShopRite, where Commissioner Space and several other county officials and local police and fire departments assisted residents in packing groceries. I'm sure I've lost several votes when customers went home and unpacked their bags. I'm a packer of the mindset, the heavier the better, the less to carry in the house. On September 11th, I attended the Sussex County 911 event at the county college. I'd like to say it was a fantastic tribute to those that lost their lives and those that ran to rescue and assist in any way they could. That evening, I also attended a 911 ceremony at Franklin Borough as their liaison. Again, fantastic job by them. Let us never forget that horrific day in American history. On September 12th, I attended a county employee picnic. It was a nice time for employees to converse with others that might not work in this building or other buildings in the county. It brought them all together, not to mention the food was fantastic. And thank you to all those involved in preparing, cooking, and the cleanup crew. On September 14th, I attended Sussex County Day at the fairgrounds. Always a pleasure to see thousands of county residents and businesses represented. I think a great time was had by all. On September 18th, I attended Sussex County VOTEC meetings. Several issues were discussed. It's kind of sad seeing that what used to be tons of people coming to a meeting to only a few members in the public to stay engaged with the school events and the issues. There were 6 of us in the audience. September 20th, I attended the Sussex County Board of Ag Chicken Barbecue. If you missed that event, I highly recommend you put it on your calendar for next year. On September 23rd, I attended the Sussex County Board meeting. There are several new things happening at the college as they are just entering their fall semester, and enrollment looks good. I don't think I can emphasize enough what an asset Dr. Homer is to that college in the future. The college also held its first football game at Skylands Ballpark. It's free admission. If you're looking for something to do, check out their schedule online. As we approach budget season, both the college and VOTEC are concerned with issues regarding health costs. The college is also launching a new Feed the Future program, a fight for students' hunger. It's dedicated to tackle insecurities among the students. They will expanding their on-campus food pantry with such things as food, personal hygiene, and household essentials. And lastly, I'd like to leave you with a quote from a speech from Veterans Day by David Haslip of Sussex County Community College during his 911 memorial event. And I quote, "9/11 taught us all as Americans we are strongest standing shoulder to shoulder when we stop seeing blue and red states and remember we are the United States." Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Henderson. Commissioner DeGroot.
Yes, good evening, everyone. I'd like to begin with some very exciting news from the County Agricultural Development Board. I was informed that the county recently received a new application for farmland preservation. Thanks to our fully staffed planning department, we're not only able to process this application, but also continue advancing others in the pipeline. A farm visit has already taken place, and the Ag Development Board shared with me that the property is truly beautiful and would make a valuable addition to the preservation program. So, very excited about that. Next, I'd like to provide an update on the County Seed Library. As I shared at our last meeting, the program has now expanded to host its first ever series on seed saving workshops. One of the 2 workshops have already taken place with great success, the one being last Thursday at Hopakon Senior Center. As a reminder, this workshop, offered in partnership with Sussex County Rutgers Master Gardeners and the Division of Senior Services, taught participants how to collect, store, and save seeds from vegetables, herbs, and flowers. I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to the Rutgers Master Gardeners and to our Division of Senior Services for coming together to create such a meaningful and educational program. This initiative, as well as the County Seed Library, will only grow stronger in the years ahead. There's currently plans to schedule a second seed saving workshop here in Newton for anyone interested. Additionally, for Division of Senior Services through the Center of Lifelong Learning at SCCC, they will be offering a free ink painting workshop led by Professor Sherry Fitzgerald. It will be offered on Thursday, September 25th, and again on Thursday, October 16th, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. in the Art Gallery, Room C202 at SCCC. This is a beginner-friendly workshop and will provide all materials and guidance at no cost. To register and learn more, residents can call the Division of Senior Services at 973-579-0555, extension 1277. Now, with our beloved Sussex County Library System, be aware of upcoming renovations. Specifically, the E. Louis Childs branch in Stanhope will be closed from Monday, September 22nd through Saturday, October 4th, 2025, for an interior flooring renovation. The branch is expected to reopen on Monday, October 6th. During this time, book drops at the branch and at the Hopakon Municipal Building will remain open and empty daily. Patrons with active hold requests will be contacted to arrange alternate pickup locations or extend their holds. In addition, the Dot Mobile will continue to serve the community, including the Stanhope Fall Festival on Saturday, September 27th. Community members are encouraged to visit nearby branches, including Newton's Dennis Library and Franklin's branch, or take advantage of the library system's robust digital collection of e-books. Okay. Finally, some community highlights. Since our last meeting, I had the pleasure of attending a couple of wonderful events around the county, one of them being Sussex County Day, which I thought was a terrific celebration. Another was the Sussex County Board of Ag Chicken Barbecue. They always do a wonderful job. I suggest everyone make a trip over there for next year. And then lastly, I also attended a candlelight and prayer vigil for Charlie Kirk, organized by Vernon Councilwoman Natalie Bucciari, Vernon Councilwoman Jessica DiBenedetto, along with Mayor Anthony Rossi. I want to thank them for all their hard work in planning and also thank Pastor Mike Rule for leading the prayer. It was a powerful and meaningful gathering, and as I reflect on Charlie's impact in my life, I'm reminded of 1 Peter 4:10. Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello. Sorry I missed the last commissioner meeting. It's an honor to sit in this seat. It's something that I take very seriously. I was away, so I did miss, and unfortunately, I wasn't here. Recently, Commissioner Henderson and I attended ShopRite in Newton's Bag for Hunger. Sussex County Food Pantry was selected as this year's recipient, and all money raised and food donated will go to our food pantry right here. I attended the American Legion in Wanage's Chicken Barbecue and a pulled pork fundraiser at the Branchville Firehouse for Shannon Tonis, the county dispatcher who recently passed away at the young age of 31. Commissioner Henderson, Director Carney, and I attended the ribbon cutting at Sussex Tech in the new wing where the dome and the old pool were. They have a brand new shop, sports medicine, and also a new classroom for allied health. They were also able to add on a classroom space for the engineering program, all done through grant money. Had a follow-up meeting with County IT Department along with the website design committee, and things are progressing nicely there. I'm really excited about this project and how user-friendly the new county website will be once completed. I had the opportunity to meet with Dr. Corey Homer, president of Sussex County Community College. I had a 2-hour tour of the college, saw the numerous projects that have been done or completed or in the works, including the new optics center, a brand-new library, a new area for the adult transition center, an archaeology storage room, the nursing simulator lab, and the robotics room, just to name a few. For years, projects have been started and never completed. Things have changed, and the school is headed in the right direction under Dr. Corey Homer. I was impressed. I almost enrolled, but I just don't have the time. Last month, I was asked to sit on a new task force formed by the Newton Town Council, Newton Police Department, and the DCA, along with the county's social services. Commissioner DeGroot and I attended the first one. There was another one today. Since that meeting, I've spent numerous hours, along with my fellow commissioners, researching the homeless situation here in Newton and the county. Commissioner Henderson and I toured the Mission Street Market on Spring Street. Sober men can get a shower and a warm meal and spend the night. An organization dedicated to helping men who are ready to be sober find housing and jobs. We were both impressed. We also toured the Gathering Place, a drop-in center with activities and meetings where the homeless can get a meal and wash their clothes. I'm going to put it out there that I was told that most people keep saying that the problem with the homeless people is here in Newton. That's what we see. They have identified 21 homeless people in this area of Newton, but there are, from what I'm told, 951 homeless people in Sussex County. So this is just what we see, and we are not ignoring the situation. Newton has come up with a plan that they are going to implement, and it's going to be fast-tracked. Something that would normally take months will probably be done in weeks. So they're going to be looking for housing for these people and working with the DCA, and hopefully we can get them off the streets, get them into adequate housing, not we as the county, but we have to partner with Newton to make this work. Looking forward to seeing that, and they're all in, their police department and their council. Board of Elections, mail-in ballots were mailed out on September 20th. Early voting begins on Saturday, October 28th through Sunday, November 3rd. And the hours are weekdays and Saturdays, 10 to 8 and 10 to 6 on Sundays. You can vote in person at the Cochran House Building, which is a few buildings down, the Sussex Wantage Library in Wantage, and the Louise Childs Branch Library in Stanhope. I found out today something that Director Carney and I were working along with District 24 and helping Sparta Township negotiate what to do with Sussex Tech on that crosswalk on White Lake Road. We all know that that's a dangerous situation, and they have some hearing impaired or visually impaired students at Sussex Tech now. So Sussex Tech partnered with the Sparta Police Department and went in half the cost, and they now have visually impaired crosswalk on White Lake Road, and it's one of those where the students can push the button and it'll tell them when it's safe to walk when there's no cars. So that was pretty exciting to see that happen. And then my reports, I'm just going to pick a few things because it'll be posted online. The Division of Community, because it's very lengthy. The Division of Community and Youth Services, County of Sussex launches open public portal for community engagement on the opioid settlement. And the County of Sussex will launch a new online portal to gather public input on how best to invest the county's portion of the National Opioid Settlement Funds. The portal can be accessed at www.sussex.nj.us and will be open for public comment from October 1st through October 22nd. We urge all community members to share their voices and insights to help shape the future of our response to the opioid epidemic in an effort to protect the lives of people who are still here with us. Skylands Ride begins pilot program to offer Sunday public connect transit services. The Sussex County Department of Health and Human Services, Division of Community and Youth Services is pleased to announce that grant funding has been identified to implement a pilot program to provide Sunday public connect transportation services for residents. Skylands Ride will be operating on Sundays between the hours of 8:20 and 3:40 p.m. beginning on September 28th. Transportation services will not be available on county holidays. Residents can obtain further information pertaining to the hours and times of service, including a list of county holidays, by calling Skylands Ride at 973-579-0480 or visiting the county website at sussex.nj.us. Division of Senior Services 16th Annual Healthy Living Festival will host the 16th Annual Healthy Living Festival at United Bristol Glen. located at 200 Bristol Glen Drive in Newton on Friday, September 26th, from 8:30 to 1. Seniors are invited to participate in complimentary health screenings and free educational presentations sponsored by a variety of healthcare providers. A luncheon will follow this event. To register or obtain additional information about this event, please contact the Division of Senior Services at 973-579-0555, extension 1277. Division of Senior Services has an essay contest for the 25th Annual Salute to Military Veterans. Each year, a patriotic essay contest is held among Sussex County students in the 6th, 7th, and 8th grades to express their support and appreciation to veterans of Sussex County. Copies of essays must be forwarded to the Division of Senior Services by October 3rd. All entries will be reviewed and judged by members of the Veterans Committee. 2 contest winners will be selected and asked to read their essays during the annual Salute to Military Veterans Parade on November 2nd, 2025. For additional information, contact the Division of Senior Services at 973-579-0555, extension 1382. And if you would like to see more information on what's going on with mosquito control, please visit sussex.nj.us mosquito. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Director, and thanks for bringing up the homeless stuff. It's important. I think the crowd here and people at home want to know about it and what we're doing about it. And,
Yeah, we aren't ignoring it. We are out there. We've all 4 of us have walked the park, walked Spring Street, spoken to people, spoken to the gathering place, and spoken down at Mission Street Market. And Newton is going to make a difference, but I just want it to be out there that this is not a Newton problem. This is a county-wide problem. We're just visually seeing the 21 here in Newton.
Right. Thank you again for
Thank you.
that. I appreciate it. Department of Engineering Planning, Sussex County Bridge B-08 in Branchville. The Sussex County Bridge construction crew completed repairs to Sussex County Bridge B-08, located at Railroad Avenue in the borough of Branchville. This bridge has been returned to full service. Annual crack sealing program, work on the Division of Public Works annual roadway crack sealing program has been completed. The program is a component of the Sussex County Pavement Preservation Program. Crack sealing extends the useful service life of the roadway by limiting infiltration of water into its asphalt. This year's program including sealing of cracks along 23 miles of county routes. There's a new all-way stop at the intersection of 519 and Maple Grange Road in Vernon, over by the Maple Grange Fields. This is a really bad intersection, so this, yeah. So I go there with my sons for the last, 10 years, and it's just a bad intersection, so this is good that they did this. So Sussex County Traffic Safety Construction Crew is in the process of installing traffic control devices and pavement markings required to implement a new all-way stop at the intersection at County Route 517 and Maple Grange Road and Lounsbury Hollow Road. The modification is expected to enhance the operational safety at a priority location identified within the Sussex County Local Safety Action Plan and is supported by an intersection safety study completed by Division of Engineering. Fiscal year 2026 Sussex County Trails Grant Program, and I think Ron is going to elaborate a little bit more when he has his comments. But I'll just start with the Sussex County Open Space Advisory Committee is developing updated rules and regulations for 2026 solicitation of the Sussex County Trails Grant Program. The grant program is funded by the Sussex County Farmland Preservation, Recreation, and Open Space Trust Fund. The program awards grants for construction, rehabilitation, restoration, and maintenance of publicly owned shared-use trails. Work must be located on permanently preserved public land or within a permanent easement held by the public entity. The program is open to all 24 municipalities working individually or in partnership, the county, and charitable conservancies. Right?
Which one?
Right there.
Where are we at? Conservancy.
Conservancies. Final program rules are expected to be considered for adoption by the commissioners during an upcoming meeting. Like I said, Ron will elaborate a little bit more, and I think Alan's going to go to the meeting tomorrow, open space meeting?
Zoom meeting.
Tomorrow, so maybe by the next meeting, we'll have some more to talk about that. Division of Planning will be distributing additional information to each municipality over the next month. Sussex County 25 resurfacing program, bids were received on September 23rd. For the 25 Sussex County resurfacing program, the Division of Engineers is currently reviewing the bids to determine the lowest responsible bidder. An award of contract is expected to be scheduled for an upcoming commissioners meeting. Any questions or whatnot, you can reach out to planning at 973-579-0430. And I think I know that Schiaffano got the bid. They came in a little lower than Riverview. Wow. Yes. and I don't want to say the number because I might be wrong. Clerk's office, I'm pleased to report the revenue for the month of August 25 has increased by $20,604.70 from that of August 24. The current fiscal increase to date is $131,231.30, higher than it was in August 30th of 24. Property alert system, August went up 71, so to date with the property alert system is 1,873. Daniel's Law in August, we had 13 registered, and to date, 888. So he keeps hitting away over there at the clerk's office. I attended a CWA meeting on the 16th. It was pretty brief. I appreciate Rayanne and Matt hosting us, letting us speak a little bit. 5 years ago, those meetings would last a good hour, hour and a half, getting beat up pretty well. But, I think we're in and out of there in 15 minutes. Spent a little time with Matt. He's the president of the CWA 1032. He was very happy with our administrator and commissioner board, how we have a nice open dialogue with each other, and we could, discuss anything before it becomes a grievance. And it brings some morale to the county, which is always good. So we're going to continue that. We are having our quarterly meetings with the CWA to make sure we are all on the same page, because we do work together and we support our employees. As Commissioner Henderson, I believe, said, and Commissioner DeGroot, or even Jill, I think, I was at Sussex County Day as well. Spent about an hour and a half there, talked to some folks. Good day. Kudos to everybody who showed up. Chamber of Commerce and everybody from the county, so I appreciate that. And I just got one more thing. I attended a fundraiser last night, and there was a young, how old's Logan?
21.
21. Logan, what's his last name? Alice? Nice gentleman there. He came up to me, gave me a card. He gave one, you got one too as well. I just want to read it, because usually we get beat up, and this guy was a nice kid, young kid, and he wanted me to read this, so I'm going to read it. Dear Commissioner Carney, my name is Logan, and I'm writing you a card to say thank you so very much for making Sussex County a great county to live and visit in as well. And I also would like to say thank you for making Sussex County clean as well. And I think you do a great job as a county commissioner as well. Sincerely, Logan, Alice. Now, maybe not everybody thinks that, but he did, and good kid, and I wanted to read that. That is all I have for now. All right. Number 11, approval of consent agenda. There is no consent agenda. Number 12 is approval of minutes. This is from the regular meeting, September 10th, 2025. Motion to approve the minutes from the meeting, September 10th, 2025.
So moved.
Commissioner Henderson, can I have a second?
Second.
Commissioner DeGroot, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
Opposed, abstained, carries. 13 is ordinance. We do not have any ordinance. 14, appointments and or resignation. There is none. 15, resolutions. Okay. Motion to adopt resolutions A through M.
So moved.
Deputy Director Space, can I have a
Second.
second? Commissioner Henderson, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Deputy Director Space.
Yes.
Commissioner DeGroot.
Yes.
Commissioner Hayden is absent. Commissioner Henderson.
Yes.
Director Carney.
Yes. 16, awards of contract change orders bid. There is none. Number 17, financial. We have 3 bills lists. I think one was from last meeting, I believe,
Yes, we have a
right?
table.
Okay, so we're going to do them individually. Resolution A, this is the payments bills list of A from August 27th, 2025. Have a
So
motion.
moved.
Second.
Deputy Director Space, Commissioner Henderson seconds. Any discussion? Roll call.
Deputy Director Space.
Yes.
Commissioner DeGroot.
Abstain.
Commissioner Hayden is absent. Commissioner Henderson.
Yes.
Director Carney.
Yes. All right, this is Resolution B, payment of bills list B. This is from September 24th, 2025. Motion to pay bills list B.
So
So
moved.
moved.
Deputy Director Space, Commissioner Henderson seconds. Any discussion? Roll call.
Deputy Director Space.
Yes.
Commissioner DeGroot.
Yes.
Commissioner Hayden is absent. Commissioner Henderson.
Yes.
Director Carney.
Yes. All right, Resolution C, this is payment of bills list C from September 24th, 2025. Motion to pay bills list C.
So moved.
Commissioner Henderson, can I have a
Second.
second? Deputy Director Space, any discussion? Roll call.
Deputy Director Space?
Yes.
Commissioner DeGroot?
Abstain.
Commissioner Hayden is absent. Commissioner Henderson?
Yes.
Director Carney?
Yes. All right. 18, personnel, there is none. 19, administrative report. Ron, you're up.
Thank you, sir. Yes, as Commissioner Director indicated, the Sussex County Trails Grant Program has been put in for some changes that will possibly help the municipalities implement more of the trust funds on projects that they've been working on in the past. And they did a lot of work interacting with the municipalities, getting information on what was working, what could we do better? And so those modifications are going to be put in front of the board, the Space Committee tomorrow to formally adopt. Some of the things that help the municipality, the matching funds modification, it used to be is equal to a 10% of the total cost. This is a reduction from the 50% co-cost, so you got less skin in the game and can use more of the money for the project. Eligibility forms, the modification, the current rules allow for an in-kind contribution, direct donations, other grants, municipal funds. Modified rules propose you can use professional and design fees for eligible matches as well. Application procedures modified to allow for a single grant application that includes multiple project elements or locations. You used to have to do one for every element, so now you can roll that all into one. And then the timeline replaces the 12-month construction completion requirement with project time frame as outlined within the grant agreement. So we're not locking in the 12-month consideration and constraining that. And the last thing that's going on, they're proposing to increase the grant amounts. They found that some of the grants just didn't stretch enough to get what the municipalities were trying to complete. So for one individual applicant or one municipality, the grant will go from $5,000 to $25,000. For two applicants, in other words, if two municipalities get together and want to do something, that goes from $15,000 to $50,000. And if three municipalities want to get together and put in an application, funding levels of excess of 50 grand will be considered on a case-by-case basis. So that's the gist of all the changes, and it's all good. I mean, it's all the trust money going to the right places, trying to meet the municipalities on what they were trying to get done and make it easier for them to do that. So you'll see that tomorrow, Commissioner. Every year we apply through our statewide insurance, we apply for a safety grant. And when we do safety initiatives and we pay to put safety things in place, we can get reimbursed for that. So this year we were awarded $28,598,000, and that's going to go to the three libraries to replace the exterior lighting to the libraries. I don't know if anybody's ever gone by the main library at night. It's all but orange. It's not very bright. So that's going to pay to enhance the three main libraries with new exterior lights. It's going to help to pay for it. And I have a special thanks out to the Sheriff's Department, the Sheriff's Operation, Under Sheriff Armstrong. We did a refresher of active shooter training. We completed the Cochran Building, the Surrogate's office, all this office, and Wheatsworth. So everybody's been refreshed, unfortunately, in this day and time, on what to do in case there's an active shooter. Other than that, that's all I have, sir.
I have a question regarding the open space. I've had the upper hand of attending all their meetings regarding this.
Yeah.
So I definitely kind of have the whole gist and certainly support the resolution they're putting forward for us to look at as a draft. My question is we received this today at 3:34. I'm not sure any of our fellow commissioners here had an opportunity to even look at this document yet. But that's my first question. My second question was, it was dated September 10th. I got a question why it took 13 days to get to us, and yet we've got to make a huge decision. As I say, I got the upper hand. I'm the liaison for that committee. These guys, I don't even know whether had the opportunity to hear that, other than what you just read tonight. And I don't know. I find 13 days totally unacceptable for something when we're going office to office. I mean, it's worse than snail mail.
We had a meeting this week with Bill and on a lot of different topics, and he said one that's coming up that we need to make sure everybody's aware of is this whole thing. So we put this together. I emailed it
3:34 today.
3:44 today, so you would all have it. So that's it. I'll see if we can get this in a more timely basis. You've got a lot of things going on. Not trying to make excuses, not at all. That's what happened.
Just to add, I want to confirm, right? You said this is going to be brought forth by the Open Space Committee, and then upon approval or non-approval, upon approval, would it come before us?
Yes,
Okay, it will, all right.
that's all I had.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, sir.
Nothing. 21, unfinished business. I do have some, unless somebody else wants to go first.
I guess I will. Apparently, there's rumors out there that the prosecutor's office could possibly move to the bank building that was purchased here right around the first of the year, I think, prior to me coming in or just as I come in. Just got a couple of comments and that I'm going to throw out there. Did a lot of research on it. The building currently is about 5,700 square foot. There was talk about putting a 2,000-foot addition on it. Even if we went up 3 stories, that's 11,700 square foot. The bank currently has 26 single parking spots. I walked them tonight. 10 double where you have to park car behind car, and 1 handicap parking spot. A total of 47 spots. We currently have 50 to 60 employees in the prosecutor's office. Where does the overflow parking go? Do they go to the parking garage, or we buy more parking permits at the Cochran building to park county employees? The prosecutor's office, according to my records looking through the tax things, shows they're currently occupying 13,000 square foot. That's nearly 1,500 square foot less moving to the bank. I will state to this group, my vote, you know where that stands on the county jail. We are putting a Band-Aid on a gaping wound. And I'd still like to see where the county's 4-year plan is or what the future needs of the county are. That's it.
Okay, just a quick response to that. The rumor that you heard stemmed from the prosecutor himself at a request from him. So nothing's in writing, no decisions have been made. So that was a request. They are in dire need, as you brought up many times, that they need a new office, and this was something that was looked at and taken very well by the prosecutor's office, the prosecutor himself, so. That's all I have for that, but we have some more unfinished business that we've been working on. From executive session, I'm looking for a motion to authorize the county administrator to offer a proposed contract to the PBA 138 Sheriff's Unit and a memorandum of agreement for 2025 to 27, along with the terms outlined by him and in ongoing negotiations with that unit.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Henderson, Deputy Director Space, seconds. Any discussion? All right, roll call.
Deputy Director Space.
Yes.
Commissioner DeGroot.
Yes.
Commissioner Hayden is absent. Commissioner Henderson.
Yes.
Director Carney.
Yes. And if you guys want to clap, sheriffs, feel free at any time. Or boo, or boo. All right, any other unfinished? No? Okay, any new business? Okay, all right, 23, public session from the floor. Public session is those for wishing to make general comments of 3 minutes or less on non-agenda topics. Please line up at the microphone, state your name and municipality for the record. Motion to open the floor for public comment.
So
moved.
Second.
Commissioner Henderson moves, Commissioner DeGroot seconds. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, carries. Floor is now open.
Ken Collins, Andover Township. I'm here tonight to talk to you about the senseless and brutal murder of a pillar of this community, a combat deployed and decorated Army veteran, Major Gulia Dow III, by Newton police officers Steve Needle and Garrett Armstrong. If these officers had been properly trained in how to respond to a mental health crisis involving a veteran with PTSD from combat deployment and responded accordingly, Gulia Dale would have gotten the help he needed instead of being murdered in a hail of fatally aimed bullets. If they had received that training, it all went out the window when they arrived on the scene at approximately 9:40 p.m. on Independence Day 2021, when Gulia Dale was experiencing a mental health episode due to fireworks exploding in celebration of the holiday. As you can see for yourselves when you watch their body cam videos, Officers Needle and Armstrong arrived in front of Gulia's home as he was backing out of his driveway and blocked his truck in with their vehicles. They immediately and improperly brandished lethal firearms in a hostile manner upon exiting their patrol cars, aimed them at Gulia, and began yelling at him to exit the vehicle, escalating the situation rather than diffusing it. One of these officers should have been brandishing a non-lethal weapon and immediately deployed it the moment Gulia Dale followed their order and exited his vehicle. Tragically, Officers Needle and Armstrong arrived driven by adrenaline, not common sense, ready to kill without any form of non-lethal defense in their hands. When Gulia Dale exited his vehicle as ordered, the officer closest to him should have tased him, ending the incident without fatalities, but they allowed him to walk to the rear door of his truck, open it, close it, and return to the driver's seat. They had plenty of time to tase Gulia or shoot his leg with a rubber bullet, but they arrived prepared to take his life. As Gulia sat back down in the driver's seat, he turned, holding a handgun in one hand, and the officers fired at him with absolute lethality. Instead of disabling and helping him, they took his life instantly in front of his family. Happy Independence Day.
1 minute.
This is not how police officers should respond to a call for help for a combat veteran having a PTSD-related response to fireworks. New Jersey Attorney General Law Enforcement Directive Number 2020-14, which I've handed you, issued December 21st, 2020, issued more than 6 months before Gulia Dale's murder, tasked the Sussex County Prosecutor's Office with convening a county working group to ensure there are adequate county-wide protocols, programs, and resources available to law enforcement to support those in mental health crisis. Had the prosecutor's office made it a priority, Officers Needle and Armstrong may have responded appropriately to the Dale family's call for help, but the prosecutor's office failed to follow through on the NGAG's directive in an adequate and timely manner, resulting in Major Dale's senseless murder. Gulia Dale would very likely be alive and enjoying his retirement, but he is dead. As a disabled veteran, this could just have easily been me, murdered on my own doorstep in front of my child. It is imperative that you ensure that the implementation of this directive, which I've supplied you with, is thorough and complete. Please make sure our
Time.
police and sheriff's officers are properly trained in how not to murder our community's decorated and cherished veterans of war.
I don't want to have to remove you.
Don't they? Thank you.
Can you just respect the 3 minutes like everybody else does?
Sure.
I appreciate that.
I'd appreciate it. Just let me finish my sentence. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'd like to speak tonight about freedom and some recent actions from our current administration that leave me concerned about those freedoms. My father fought in World War II. He went to Virginia Military Institute where he finished in the first post-Pearl Harbor class on his 20th birthday, May 15th, 1942. He immediately joined the Army's Infantry Division as a second lieutenant, and in the end was on the banks of the Elbe when Russian and American forces met there shortly before the end of the war. He received a Bronze Star and was honorably discharged as a major in 1946. I'm proud of my father's service and the values he fought and sacrificed to uphold, namely freedom from fascism and freedom from the perspective that certain groups of people are, freedom from fascism, well, I lost my place, are undeserving of basic human rights and due process. But as I look around our current environment, I can't help but to feel that he would be ashamed to see our country in its current state. Just this week, the FCC threatened to take action against the TV network because they didn't like the comments from one of their television hosts, something that tramples our right to free speech. I also see alarming behavior from ICE officers disregarding the rights of immigrants, which in point are guaranteed by the Constitution, which is the basis of our democracy. My father would be alarmed to know that there are masked men on the streets disciplining people who came to this country following our own laws for seeking asylum, all under the guise of patriotism. Although so many of my frustrations reside with the federal government, I do want to make some asks of our county commissioners. First, I would ask that you do not allow local law enforcement to assist ICE in any of their activities.
1 minute.
Our local enforcement is meant to serve our community and build trust and relationships with them. Working with ICE does not serve that goal and only seeks to divide us. Second, I ask you to treat our homeless with respect, which you all have addressed tonight. Thank you. And lastly, I would ask that our county commissioners continue to do work to serve the people of Sussex County as partisan politics become more dangerous, violent, and difficult to overlook. I hope that this group will continue to treat all its constituents with equal respect, including by allowing groups to gather and organize on the county green. Although our federal policies are fractured and broken, I ask that you, the county commissioners, continue to act in a respectful and fair manner that serves all of your constituents and in a way that honors the legacy of those who fought and sacrificed for our shared values. Thank you for service.
Diane Root, Hampton Township. I'd like to thank Commissioner Director Chris Carney, Ron Tappan, and Christina Marks for taking the time to meet with myself and another PBA representative from the prosecutor's office last week regarding our concern over the conditions of the prosecutor's office. Well, I do believe we opened very positive lines of communication regarding our concerns. I just wanted to make sure that it was understood that my previous comments to the board regarding the sale of the jail were not directed at one specific commissioner. It was simply a request to reconsider and reevaluate decisions made relating to the jail. At the end of the day, I personally understand that each of you have a fiscal responsibility to the taxpayers of the county, of which I am one of them. Thank you very much.
Anyone else?
Good evening, David DeWitt, Hampton Township. Unlike many of my friends who have given up in disgust, I am still an ardent Trump watcher. A con artist and liar as skilled as our dear leader needs to be watched closely, just like someone that might come to dinner to steal your silverware. As I have listened, I've worked through emotions of disappointment, disbelief, anger, despair, even nausea, all of these. But yesterday's performance at the United Nations deepened a new emotional response from me. Shame. Undiluted shame that this person speaks for me and represents my country. Set aside the childish protestations about escalators and teleprompters, the hectoring of world government leaders that their countries are going to hell, his mishmash of lies, misrepresentations, and scolds was topped off by the comment, "Together, let us defend free speech and free expression." Senior diplomat of the audience texted a Washington Post reporter, quote, "This man is stark raving mad. Do Americans not see how embarrassing this is? I do, as I hang my head in shame, as you should." Hours later on Truth Social, Trump once again shows his true colors. "I can't believe fake news gave Jimmy Kimmel his job back, blah, blah, blah." Quote, again, "He is yet another arm of the DNC, and to the best of my knowledge, that would be a major illegal campaign contribution. I think we're going to test ABC out on this. Let's see how we do. Last time I went after them, they gave me $16 million. This one sounds even more lucrative. A true bunch of losers. Let Jimmy Kimmel rot in his bad ratings. All the world leaders will surely have Trump's
1
company
minute.
in hell. Question is, which circle of hell will he wind up in? With the liars, the thieves, the rapists, or worse? Stay tuned, he is not yet done. Speak up, tell the truth."
Sandy Pender, Frieden Township. I've always been under the impression that people who identified as Republicans were very passionate about limited government. My older brother is a self-identified conservative Republican voter. He does not want government in his business, nor does he want government to control his decision or choices. He lives in another state, so we try to talk every few weeks. I struggle when I speak to him lately because I don't understand how he can reconcile what he believes with what is happening nationally. What we are experiencing right now is not limited government. I will say it again, this is not limited government. This is government involved in people's business, using its power to pressure individuals and companies to restrict free speech they don't like. This is a government where women right now have less control over their own bodies than my mother's generation did. This is a government pressuring and controlling people through fear. Fear of prosecutions and lawsuits, fear of loss of funding, fear of being deported, and fear of personal data collection and misuse. I said before, this is not limited government. I'll go further and say this is not even governing. This is an administration that is dividing its own citizens. It is a government using retribution and lawsuits to punish people. It is a government of chaos where policies are being announced with little consideration about how they will be implemented or what their consequences will be. We all need to be very clear-eyed regardless of whether we are aligned with a party or not. Over the last 8 months, our allies and our adversaries have been watching us closely. They have been witness to the dysfunction, the division, and the lack of competency. Our adversaries are sitting back, watching us slowly come apart. I fear that should they make a swing at us,
1 minute.
we won't be ready to prevent it or even respond because of all the infighting. What we have is not limited government, and it is not even a functional government. If we continue down this path, this will be a country few of us will even be able to recognize. I'd like to respond to Mr. Henderson about the bank building and the parking situation. I have purchased a county parking pass for years now, and I park in the lot, the big lot out here off of Trinity Street every day for work. I can barely find a spot. That parking lot is packed every day. So trying to put extra cars in there, good luck. Thank you.
Anyone else before we close?
Trevor Road, Hampton Township. I know you guys always get beat up, but we appreciate our county picnic for employees. Everybody had a good time. I stopped by. Thank you very much for all.
Ann Larson from Vernon Township. I just wanted to thank you for your ears tonight. I appreciate it very much. I wanted to speak out on behalf of our president. I support him 100%. I thank him with my whole heart for what he said at the UN yesterday. It's been needing to be said for decades. I'm sorry you sit here at a county meeting and are subjected to criticism of federal government, but please, we reject everything these people have commented on. Thank you.
All right, all right. You guys can just line up in line if you wanted to. I don't want to cut anybody off, it's just.
John Snyder, Sandyston. This morning, there was another shooting at an ICE facility in Dallas, Texas. And once again, we see a reaction from people to what Democrats accuse Donald Trump and his administration of. They're accused of being Nazis, fascists, oligarchs. I also agree that what little I heard of what Donald Trump spoke at the UN yesterday was 100% on target. Man is very, very unusual. We're lucky to have him. Unfortunately, 2 weeks ago today, we lost another man who was quite unique, Charlie Kirk. And the name of Tyler Robinson, I guess, stands out, that he had things written on the shell casings that he used to kill Charlie. Just as the fellow this morning, Joshua John, I think his name is, they also found things written on his shell casings. These are people that are reacting to the rhetoric that Democrats throw at us every day. We heard some of it tonight. Disgusting. Hillary Clinton was making comments today. And when I think of Hillary Clinton, I think of myself as a 20-year-old in 1967 when I got my Naval Security Group top secret clearance. All of us knew that the information we were learning was not just confidential. It was beyond confidential, beyond secret, beyond top secret. Top secret there's many different types of top secret clearances and information. Yet here we had a woman who was First Lady, a senator, a Secretary of State, and what did she do with classified information? She put it on unsecure servers that were not even in government facilities.
1 minute.
We all knew, we were 18, 19, 20 years old. The oldest guy in my section would have been 30, 31 years old. We all knew how to handle classified information. No paper left the building. A few weeks ago, you might have heard the term burn bag. And we had burn bags. The burn bags were numbered. When they were burnt, there was somebody down there checking to make sure every single burn bag got burnt. My heart is pounding right now because I can't believe some people, many people, hate this fella who doesn't have to do what he's doing. He's my age. He's 79 years old. He could be on one of his many golf courses enjoying life. But I thank him. I do not thank Joe Biden. I do not thank Kamala Harris. Although I appreciate Kamala Harris coming out with a book that's attacking everybody. And I see my time is up. Thank you.
Kathy Brennan, Hampton Township. At the last meeting, two speakers gave very impassioned speeches about us all needing to unite against violence. Unfortunately, after their speeches, someone else came up and started to speak about how they felt everything was from the left. Everybody on the left was causing all the violence. And in reality, we all know there has been violence on both sides. I won't even address the violence against people on the left because I don't want to perpetrate any more of this issue any further. We as people need to unite against all violence. Nasty rhetoric and blame is coming straight from the top against opponents and people who have done something that have upset this person or labeled as liberals, leftists, Democrats, whatever. This is not who we are, and we should aspire to do much more than this, and we need to ignore this. And we need to act in ways that we know are respectful of our fellow citizens. United we will thrive, divided we will all fall. And now I'd like to change the subject and talk a little bit about Commissioner Hayden, who obviously is not here again and perhaps will not be back ever again. He says he can't come to a meeting because he fears for his life, supposedly. Well, it's interesting that he took the time to stop by the Newton Green the other day on Saturday when preparations were underway for a rally, and he expressed his dislike for, quote unquote, those people. He was also able to help arrange and attend a vigil for Charlie Kirk. If he's so in fear of his life, how can he be doing these things? He continues to be an albatross around the county's neck. It will be my great pleasure to bid him a fond farewell when his term is up in December. And unfortunately, I suppose we're going to have that empty seat until then, which is a disgrace. Thank you.
Oops, it's come up a couple times. There's no mechanism in the law that allows the county to remove somebody for absences. You can do it at the municipal level.
Hold on.
Yeah. The LD 24 legislators did actually introduce a bill to try to get that adopted and it never moved. But, you know, I think everybody hears you. Yeah.
Thank you, Doug, for that. Anyone else?
Debbie Mello, Frieden Township. I have this lovely letter here that I was going to hand to you about the homeless situation. So I just wanted to thank you all for coming together to address it and hopefully find short and long-term solutions. The only thing that I added to the people that are on the committee that you mentioned
might, if it's not too late, to invite some community members, just to kind of brainstorm. You know, there's a lot of people out there that might have some good input. My daughter lives in Brentwood, and she lives down the street from a big Veterans Park, which when she moved in was a tent city of homeless veterans. And Arnold Schwarzenegger bought trailers and cleared it with the county and the town, and there are trailers on the park, in the fenced area now where all of those veterans are living. There's no more tents, and everybody's really happy with that solution. Obviously, it's for veterans, but I do think that we have a lot of people in the county that might have some out-of-the-box ideas that could work. And so if it's not too late, maybe there might be some people that could afford to help out in some way.
I agree. All the people in the park will have the opportunity to get temporary housing, but they have to want it. That's my concern.
Right, and that's why we need, you know, mental health people to help as well.
Yep, and they're involved.
Everybody does want it.
Yep,
But I hope that it's a success, and
me too.
we'll see how it goes.
Yep, and it's going to be fast-tracked. It should move fast. What they said, would normally take months, will take weeks.
That's great. I'm really happy to hear that. And then hopefully it will be launched. That's right.
So be ready for the winter?
That's the plan. I think it was 90 days. Sure.
Yeah, just keep a reminder, guys, if you don't have enough time to say what you'd like to say, you could always email it or hand it to one of the sheriffs, and we'll take a look at it. Just got to keep it to a 3-minute minimum maximum, so we can keep our meeting rolling.
My name's John Rolfus. I do appreciate you all, and I do look forward to the days that we get rid of this blue state, red state thing. It's too much like an athletic football game going on in our country. We're not football teams. I see people get so angry when their team doesn't win. We as Americans need to stand together, solve our problems, talk about things. You know, my brother and I can't talk politics anymore at all. He lives in Colorado. He runs a big building supply company. They build windows, they build doorways. And so I talked to him one day about, well, do you use the wood, do you buy wood from Canada? Yes. He responded, yes, I do. I said, well, do you think these tariffs are going to affect your business? No, why would they do that? Because there's going to be a 30% tax. You're going to pay 30% more, or 25, whatever the figure is, more for your lumber. Do you think that's going to help your building industry out there? Well, his comment was prices just generally rise in general, just over the years, prices rise. I said, well, this is artificially raising the prices of your lumber that you build your products with. So we didn't talk for months. We had a family reunion. I finally asked him, I just ventured into the, tiptoed into the politics, and I asked him how things are going. And he said he just had to lay off 30 employees. And so, I didn't talk really much about it. I said, well, that's too bad. Because it is too bad. That I think we need to wake up and realize that there's so many, I used to be a Republican, and I found myself not aligning with the Republican Party anymore. So, okay, so I'm a Democrat now. Big deal. I still have lots of friends that are Republicans, but we have to we got to get over this red state, blue state thing. Come together, solve our problems. I love what you all said about the homeless. Because, yeah, there's other parts of this country that aren't doing so well. The Midwest farmers, they're hurting. Anybody that lives in a border state, Vermont, Canada, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, I would not want a business relying on Canadians that used to come to our country. They don't come anymore. our reputation is suffering terribly. So let's try to get it together. Thank you.
There's only a couple more people that haven't spoke. You all want to just go, or? No? All right, we're going to close. Motion to close the floor for public comment, return to regular business. Commissioner Henderson, I have a second. Commissioner Drew, any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, abstained, carries. Number 24, reminders, please check the county's website, www.sussex.nj.us, for meeting schedules. Number 25 is adjournment. Motion to adjourn the meeting. Deputy Director Space, can I have a second? Commissioner Henderson, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, carries. Meeting is adjourned, 8:28. Get home safe.